I just lost $16,000. That's everything I have. My savings, that's all of it, it's gone. Good morning YouTube, my name is Joshua Morning, and if you didn't know that, well now you do. I'm speaking really fast and I don't know why, because I'm excited. It has been probably a month. This video will tell you how long. Yeah, that long. However long that video was out ago, it's been that long. Probably a month. It was the grand final, I believe. It was ages ago. Honestly, it's been too long. It's been so long, in fact, that I've actually gained 10 kilos of weight. Because I've been hitting the gym, you know, getting swole, getting big. Have a look at this. And as you can tell, I've gained 10 kilos of weight. Obviously, by the look of me, I'm so much heavier now than I was, I don't know, a month or two ago. Right? Freaking yoked. I'm huge now. Look, don't come up to me, bro. Don't touch me. I'm just kidding. It doesn't. I literally look the exact same as I did a month ago. I don't know where the 10 kilos has gone. It might be in my hair because I haven't got a haircut in ages either. So honestly, don't know where that 10 kilos has gone. Not on my body. Honestly, not a clue. But it's also been so long since then. I actually, don't laugh at me. Please do not laugh at me. My dad does it enough, and so does Mason. But I got these earrings. I got this one, and I got this one. Now, before you laugh, it was for a good cause. Okay, it was for kids in Africa. I'm kidding. That is a good cause, though. I don't think you get piercings for it. Actually, no. My friend Eva, she had a TAFE course, which still does have a TAFE course. She's doing like beauty, and she needed someone to get ear piercings done. And I was like, sure, why not? Stick the gun in, stab him through. It's fine. I don't mind, honestly. If I hate him, I'll just take him out. But I don't mind them. But I do need bigger studs. I need bigger earrings. And they were really expensive. Cost a lot of money. On the topic of money, I don't have any anymore. I kind of lost $16,000. That was my whole bank account. Gone like that. Just finished zero. Zip, nil, gone. Okay? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I was scammed / frauded. So yeah. Really sucks. Honestly. I'm so broke right now, it hurts. That's why I'm back on YouTube. I need the money. I'm kidding, YouTube doesn't pay me. That would be cool though. Anyway, so you know, Mason and me were talking the other day, speaking of money, and he was like, yo bro, I've got this amazing idea. And I was like, what's the idea? And he was like, yeah bro, why don't we just buy cars and then sell them for more money? I was like, yeah bro, that's a great idea. Except I've got no money to buy a car. That's kind of the whole issue. He said, yeah, don't worry bro. Just sell some stuff online, gamble it, win it back, gamble again, win more, and then buy a car. I was like, yeah, that's great. That's great. Except we know my luck with gambling. I've never walked out of the casino with more money than what I've entered with. And then he hung up on me. So yeah. Don't know what the plan is, but I do believe we are buying a car. Yes, that will be a future series coming up in the next month or so. That will get started, and we'll start buying these cars in, looking for the cars, buying the cars, picking up the cars, working the cars, cleaning them up, and then selling them off again. But today's video is going to be about my financial problems and me losing $16,000 and how I did it, how to avoid it, and what to do if it happens to you. So yeah, let's get right into that. Right, I'm sitting down now because this is actually a really serious matter, really serious talk. Because $16,000 is a lot of money. Unless you're like a millionaire, then $16,000 isn't a lot of money, but you know, I'm not a millionaire, and I'm like 90% sure that you're not a millionaire. Well, I mean, you could be, I just really doubt it. But anyway, $16,000, a lot of money. Ridiculous amount of money, especially to lose. Honestly, yeah, really sucks. So, I'm going to tell you the story of how it happened. So, you know, if it happens to you, you know what to do when you get this call. So I was sitting at work one day, about to have lunch, 12:30, literally just about to sit down in my chair and got a call. My bank apparently called me and they were like, hey, do you have time to speak with us today? And I said, yeah, sure, what's up? Like, yeah, so your account has been logged into, well, I did like the background checks, like, oh, what's your full name, blah, blah, is this your address? And I was like, yes, this is my address. So they verified who I am, like, cool, yes, you are Joshua Mornigan from this address, blah, 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 with this email address. I was like, yes, that is me. And they said, have you logged into your banking app today? And I said, no, I haven't, no. They said, okay. So it wasn't you that has logged into down in Sydney on a Google Pixel? And I was like, no, that is definitely not me. One, I don't have a Google Pixel, and two, I don't live in Sydney. And like, oh, well, this is very concerning because this was logged into this morning. Have you shared with any family members or anything your login details to your banking app? And I said, no, I have not, just me. I'm the only one that knows it. I said, oh, okay. All good then, we'll just keep doing some checks for you and make sure it wasn't just a fault on our system. Something like that anyway. And I was like, yeah, cool, you can do that. And he said, okay, I'll just put you on hold for a minute. Now this is important, this is very important. He's putting me on hold. And everyone that's called a bank, a big bank, you know that when you get put on hold, you have to listen to their terrible hold music. Now, this person put me on hold. All they did was put the phone down. There was no hold music. There was nothing. So, if you get a call from someone being from your bank and they go, hey, all this stuff that I just said, I'm going to put you on hold quickly and I'll talk to my upper management or whatever they say, put you on hold. If you don't hear any music at all, hang up. That is not your bank. That is not your bank. I wish my brain realized that when they called me. Except my brain didn't realize that and it was like, yeah, no bro, you're all good. There's no hold music, it's chill, it's whatever. Maybe they got rid of it. Why would they get rid of it? Idiot. Obviously it's not your freaking bank. Anyway, so cool. First thing, there's no hold music. It's not a bank. Hang up. And go to online and search your bank's actual number or contact the bank through your banking app and contact them that way and say, hey, did you guys just call me? And if they say no, well, you know you're trying to get frauded and you didn't lose any money because you did the right thing. Anyway, so yeah, that was the first mistake I made, was not realizing the hold music was not there, not my bank. Anyway, yeah, the bank actually offers an insurance program. So if this person that has logged into your account re-logs in somehow and takes money from your account, you'll be insured up to $85,000. And I said, sure, I will definitely opt in for this insurance because I would hate to lose all of my money. Now, I don't believe many banks actually offer insurance like this. So again, if they offer insurance, don't take it, hang up and call your bank, your actual bank. Go to your app, go to a branch in the closest town, or just go to the actual bank and talk to them personally, and then they'll figure it out. And then you'll be fine, you won't lose any money. Mistake 2 was not, reading into it a bit more. But, again, I was told that I could lose a lot of money. So yes, I was sitting there. I said, cool, so what I'm going to do is to move all of your money from all of your savings, your access, everything, all into your everyday access account. Again, big banks and most small banks shouldn't need to do this. They should be, if there's an insurance, they can do it without doing all this. They'll also send you an email beforehand telling you about this insurance before calling, if they do call you. And also your banks don't call you. Unless you've requested to get called by them, they don't call you. That's another thing. If you get called from your bank out of the blue, it is not your bank. It's 100% not your bank. End the call and call them again yourself. Because I guarantee, if your bank is calling you out of the blue, it's not your bank. Just don't even bother. Just hang up straight away. And say, they go, hey, this is Stephanie from the big bank number 1. Hang up. Don't matter. Call them yourself and go, hey, my name's Josh. And they go, hi, I'm Rachel from the big bank number 1. I go, hey Rachel, are you did you guys contact me today? And then she'll go through a check and she'll go, hey, no we didn't. I said, okay. Just letting you know, I just got a call from someone claiming to be you guys. Anyway, yeah, hang up the call, blah blah, you figure it out, okay? Just, they don't call you. Your banks don't call you out of nowhere. Don't trust it. Yeah, so anyway, I had to put all the money into my Smart Access account, my everyday access, right? So if I tap my card, that money, all money goes straight into my, that's my Smart Access. You know what Smart Access is. Anyway, yeah, so it's in there, sitting there. It's like, cool, you need to accept these pending transactions so we can clean wipe all of your accounts, including your Smart Access. And once the money's out, we'll put the money back in so the insurance can be instated, I guess. And I was like, cool, definitely, sure, let's do it. I should have realized again, mistake number 4, I believe, or 3, can't remember, probably 10th, probably my 10th mistake if I'm being honest. Big banks and small banks don't need you to approve any money leaving the accounts. If they're putting insurance onto it, they can do it themselves. They have the money in their system. They don't need you to approve anything at all. They don't need it at all. They do not need you to approve anything because they pretty much own the money. If they ask you to accept a transfer request, do not do it. Hang up. Bloody get rid of them. Lose them, dude. Do not accept anything. But yeah, so should have realized then that one of the biggest banks in Australia don't need to use a merchant called Tap Send to move money from my account through their bank. So yeah, I did all that. He said, just please accept it. So I accepted it, blah blah, got it through. He said, alright, the money should come straight back into your account. It might take up to 10 minutes. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, blah blah, hung up on me. Waited 10 minutes, no money. Got to the end of the workday, and I was like, shoot, I still have no money. I was like, I've definitely just got scammed / frauded. I just lost $16,000. That's everything I have. My savings, that's all of it, that's gone. So I called my bank. I finally made a smart decision this whole day, and I called my bank and I said, hey, did you guys call me today? And they said, no. It's like, why is that? Okay, I would like to make a dispute. I'd like you guys to stop this transaction that's happening right now on my account. He said, shoot, why, what happened? And I explained exactly what I just explained to you, to this first guy. And then he's like, oh, okay, I'm really sorry, that's a lot of money. I'll put you through to someone else. Sat on hold for about 10 minutes. Finally got through to the next person. I told them what happened, and they're like, oh wow, that is really bad. I'll put you through to the next person up. So I started down here, went to one person, like, shoot, we'll go to the next person. Next person. Told her everything. So I told 3 different people what happened. Now I'm telling you guys. So, a lot of things, a lot of people being told. Oh yeah, told her. And she was like, shoot, that's really, really bad. I said, can we stop the pending transactions? And they said, no. We'll have to wait until the pendings have finished transactions before we can move this any further, including to start the dispute. I was like, oh, okay, that's weird, but okay, sure. And she said, this can take up to 15 to 20 days, maximum of 30 before you get your answer, and you should hopefully get your money back. And I said, cool, thank you. I spent an hour on the phone with them that time, and as cool as done as whatever. 3 weeks go by, I get an email saying my dispute failed. I'll read it out to you. It is quite bollocks, really. It's actually a joke. It's really a joke. It's a joke. The disputed transactions were authorized by your registered app, and PIN is going to care if the PIN was entered by you, which it was because I was told to accept the transactions by my bank. Anyway, they said, cool, based on the above factors and findings, we believe that you you may have been impacted by a scam. We believe that disputed transactions were performed using your card credentials and or banking information provided or entered by you. As a result, your dispute has been unsuccessful. So they tell me I've been scammed, but because I said yes to the scam, they go, sucks to be you, bro. Screw you. We really do not care. 16 grand to us is like a flick on the wrist, you know, a little tap, a little love tap, like this. To them, they make millions and millions and millions of dollars a year. I make nothing pretty much a year compared to that, and they said, no, you can't have this money because we just honestly do not care. And so I was like, I called them straight up, and I also went to the police. And I said, hey, 16 grand stolen from my account, can you guys help me? They said, yep, sure, we'll get onto that. And I've heard nothing from them either. But anyway, yeah, so I called the bank straight away. I said, hey, this is not right. Why is it found? And stuff? Oh, I'm really sorry, 16 grand is a lot of money. I'm really sorry for you. Lady, I don't want you to be sorry for me. I want my money back. And she's like, okay, well, we're going to dispute it again, and someone else will contact you within the next week about the whole thing. And I was like, cool. A week goes by. Next guy calls me. This was like 4 days ago. He calls me, and pretty much he just goes, right, do you believe that this is the bank's fault? And I said, yes, I do believe it's the bank's fault. He said, well, why do you believe it's the bank's fault? I said, because I called you guys while the transfers were still pending, so you guys could, kind of cut it off, stop the pending transactions. I feel like that's the whole point of pending, is so they can, oh, my voice is gone, I'm so sorry. So they can stop it and check it and make sure it's not like a scam or a fraud, it's a valid transaction. And he pretty much just said, oh, yeah, no, we can't stop transactions if they're pending unless the merchant contacts us and tells us to. So let me get this straight. The only way a pending transaction can be stopped is if the person receiving the money says, hey, no, I actually don't want this person's money. You can give it back to them. Honestly, I feel like that's a bit stupid. So yeah, please learn from my mistake. If your bank calls you, hang up. Just hang up straight away. It is not your bank, and if it is, call them back anyway. Call your bank no matter what. Your actual bank. Make sure it's your bank. You call them and go, hey, did you guys call me? If they say, oh yes we did, and you go, oh okay, cool, talk to them. Or they go, no we didn't, cool, you let them know what's happened. Then they can work on putting like stuff out for that so that more people learn. Like what I'm doing right now. So yeah, literally just, honestly, just learn from my mistake and just don't lose the $16,000. Yeah, honestly, really wish it didn't happen. But yeah, but what you should do if you're in the same boat as me and your bank just says, screw you, we do not care, you don't need the money, we need to just sit in our office chairs all day and do nothing. Just, if all else fails, go to the banking, I don't know what they're called anymore, I'm gonna look it up, but it used to be called the banking ombudsman. Banking ombudsman. Okay, Australian Financial Complaint Authority is what they're called now. Go to them if you're in Australia. If you're in America, I'm sure you have something like that as well. Go to them and just talk to them and go, hey, this is what happened. I've tried to go through you guys to get it fixed. You guys said you can't do anything about it. I make like 25 grand a year after tax. That is a lot of money for me to lose. I've been saving for 1.5 years now for that. I really need you guys to step up here and help me out. It's nothing to you, but it's a lot to me. But pretty much that's it. Just like learn from a mistake. If your bank, pretty much key takeaway, if your bank calls you, hang up, it's not your bank. If you do answer, you talk to them and they go into hold and there's no hold music, again, hang up, it's not your bank. And do not accept any transfer requests from your bank because again, They don't need to do that. They can literally just move the money because it's in their system. It's their money. And call, if it did happen like me and you went all the way through, made all the mistakes I did, and you realized, call your bank straight away and literally just beg them to stop the pending transfers. You do not want to authorize it, and just call them straight away. Just let them know what happened, exactly what I did, and fingers crossed you get a better result than I do. But that is it. That is how to get scammed. How to lose $16,000 in a day. Hope you guys did enjoy it. I'll see you guys again with Mason. Actually, we'll be doing the car video. It's going to be a lot better edited than this video. A lot more entertaining, a lot more fun. This one's kind of just like a talk, just a sit down and talk, boring video. But it will definitely be better. But we're going to get, we're going to get right into that after this.